Hello, everyone. The Guild War preseason for Where Winds Meet has finally opened. If you were to ask me, how does the moblade perform in Guild War, my answer would be, it's incredibly good. If you are a moblade player, you're going to be a total game changer in Guild War. Let's dive into some highlights of how to dominate the battlefield with the moblade. As a tank, the moblade primarily engages in main force combat. The key weapons you'll see in these frontline clashes are the moblade, healers, nameless sword, and DPS umbrellas. For this match, I'm starting out in the mid lane among the top, mid, and bottom options. Your main role in the front line is to draw as much aggro as possible and disrupt enemy movements, all while staying stubbornly alive. In this regard, Lion's Roar is an elite mythic skill. It grants a 15% damage reduction, buff and super armor during the cast, and most importantly, it applies a 3-second silence on hit. The most important rule is to listen to and follow the leader's commands. Guild War is a team effort, you can't just play solo. After hearing a briefing that the bottom lane was in danger, I'm rotating from mid to bottom to provide backup. The enemy is attacking our bottom line tower. I have to stop them right here.
하사님 방송 보는데 와플 소리는 내 때문에 힘드네요. 수비벽이 전투 중에는 안 타지나 봐요.
After successfully pushing back the enemies at the bottom lane, I'm heading back to the mid lane following the leader's orders. Staying disciplined and following commands is the core of a winning strategy. When the clock hits 2010, a 1v1 deathmatch event triggers. With over 60 guild members watching my every move, I have to win this duel. It's definitely nerve-wracking. Honestly, my ping is quite bad right now, making precise PvP mechanics nearly impossible. I usually love the psychological mind games in PvP, but with this lag, I can't even attempt them. Still, I have to give it my all. Winning the 1v1 duel deals massive damage to the enemy tower. This makes individual skill in duels a crucial factor in the overall victory or defeat of the Guild War.
딜조차도 렉이 쩌네요 휴틸.
와우. 두드러 패.
한대 넘어졌어.
두드러 패 그냥.
In any case, I managed to destroy the enemy tower in the mid lane. We're successfully pushing the line all the way to the enemy HQ. You can see me leading the charge at the very front. Our current objective is to eliminate the goose at the enemy HQ. Be careful, this goose has incredibly powerful attacks. Take it down quickly while making sure you don't get hit.
쟤네 포기했나 보다. 위에서 안 내려오네. 오케이.
Now for the final objective. We need to pick up the tree at the enemy HQ and carry it back to our base to win. It looks like an homage to the coffin dance meme. It's actually quite hilarious and well made. Now, let me share some personal insights I gained while playing moblade in Guild War. First, communication via voice chat is essential. Every member needs to understand the situation in all lanes. Specifically, you need to coordinate your ultimates, which have a 2-minute cooldown. For example, the moblade can use its ultimate to pull enemies into one spot, allowing your DPS to follow up with their high damage bursts. This kind of synergy is what wins team fights. Second, let's talk about armor sets. For the next Guild War, I'm definitely going with the Agile Steps set. As a tank, you're constantly surrounded in the chaos. In such a hectic environment, landing 3 consecutive parries is actually quite easy. Landing 3 parries in a row grants a massive plus 60% damage reduction buff for 2 seconds. This is huge. I'll be optimizing my rotation to utilize this effect next time. Third, regarding weapon sets, the Rain Whisper set's bonus effect is very hard to trigger in Guild War because your shields get shredded almost instantly in the chaos. The Ivorybloom Set is also quite useless here, as keeping your HP at 100% is impossible during a frontline brawl. In my opinion, the Swaying Heights set seems like the most solid choice because you can trigger its effects consistently. Alternatively, Rain Whisper is still decent because even without the bonus, it provides a base 10% critical damage increase. Plus, it's great for PvE. If you want a versatile set for both PvE and Guild War, Rain Whisper is the most logical choice. In conclusion, I'll be using Rain Whisper plus Eagle Rise for PvE, and Swaying Heights plus Agile Steps for Guild War. Note that changing gear sets costs 50 Echo Jade per piece. Also, since my critical rate is already high enough, I no longer need to run Ivorybloom for PvE. Fourth, I plan to actively use the Flaming Meteor mythic skill. In the heat of battle, I often get focused by multiple enemies. Flaming Meteor allows me to escape sticky situations while dealing AoE damage and knocking down clustered enemies. Look forward to seeing this in action in the next video. Finally, I'll be using Execution, F key, more aggressively. It provides iframes, deals damage, and recovers vitality quickly. This will allow for much more fluid gameplay. Next, let's look at the Attuning Affix pool. This is very important. For the disc Affix, I highly recommend this option, launching exhausted enemies into the air when hit by the Stormbreaker Spear's Q skill. In large-scale fights, many enemies are constantly hitting the exhausted state. Since the Stormbreaker's Q skill has a wide AoE, it's easy to hit multiple targets and disrupt them. Regarding armor affixes, if you have PvE-focused tuning affixes on your armor, you must craft a separate PvP-exclusive set with the tuning affixes. Armor is the piece where the difference between having and not having PvP affixes is most noticeable. For the Helm, I recommend the option that grants 2 seconds of super armor after using Serene Breeze during a stagger. This ensures your next skill won't be cancelled. Personally, I find this extremely useful. I actually had a lot more cool footage from the Guild War, but unfortunately, my C drive ran out of space, so I couldn't record everything. I'm really bummed about that. I'll make sure to capture more epic moblade moments in the next video. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, it really helps and means a lot to me. Thanks for watching.
나 혼자 이거 풀어볼게.
맞아요, 맞아요.
맞아.
그 채팅으로 쳐서 이렇게 공지를 위에다가 딱 띄우는 게 좋아. 근데 중앙 저. 근데 우리
나 죽었어.
우리 나 필요한데.
빠지다가 죽었어.